Hi guys, it's Sherry. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Why am I whispering? Because I am going to share with you a little secret. Y'all stay tuned. What's the big secret? The big secret is journals are too doggone expensive and we don't have to take it. We can make our own. Journaling has become a big business these days, and you can go in the store and buy all types of different things for journals and planners. It's just too much. We can make our own beautiful, simple, functional journals. We don't have to have all of that window dressing to be able to journal effectively. And that's exactly what today's video is all about. It's all about saying bye-bye to those expensive journals and making a journal that fits how you need your journal to fit, looks how you want it to look, and is the size that you need it to be. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. We are going to make some journals that will rival any journal that's being mass produced on the market. So I am going to bring in some journals that I made and show you just what I mean. Guys, isn't this journal absolutely stunning? It is gorgeous. The paper is gorgeous. This looks like a journal that you would buy in the store, but we can make it ourselves. And when you open it up, it looks fantastic. And we can open it all the way like this. We can tug our pages as much as we want to, and I am really tugging. These pages are not going to come out. We have quality journals here, and we can design them using our beautiful papers. So here is another one. And this one says Like a Boss, and I made it using my Tell the Bees paper. And when you open it up, this is a gorgeous journal. And again, you can do this. Those papers are not coming out. They are in there. And there's a secret to why they're in there. And they're not coming out. And you can fold this. You can pull it. You can tug it. You can do whatever you want to this book. It is super sturdy. And then I have this one, which is the size that we're going to make today. And I found this beautiful gold leaf wreath at Tuesday Morning, and a whole set of them, and it's just stunning on this. And then I put just a little gold sticker that says Dream Big, and I think this is just beautiful. I'm not going to open this one completely because it's not 100% dry, but it is on the way to being dry. And again, you can see we can take this and open it. I'm not going to fold this one back because, like I said, it's not 100% dry yet. And then we have this one. I am not going to open this one all the way because it is not completely dry. I just made it a few minutes ago, so it does need some drying time. And it is gorgeous. The paper that I used on this one is from the Graphic 45 Flutter collection. And guys, beautiful collection. And this is a stunning book. And what I did was I popped it up here with one of the little beetles or scarabs, whatever it's called, that I received from the Craft Consortium with the box of goodies that they sent to me. I thought it worked with the whole bug motif of this. And I love the saying. It says, be happy for the moment. This moment is your life. Gorgeous saying. And then when you flip it over, you can see just how beautiful this paper is. So we have all of these gorgeous journals that we can make on our own. We don't have to go to the store and pay a fortune. The beauty of being able to make your own anything is that you get to customize it to fit however you need for it to be. So we are going to make one right now. And to make this book, we are going to need a piece of decorative paper. And again, I'm using paper from the Flutter collection by Graphic 45. And this particular paper is called Glorious. And it is glorious. It is a beautiful paper on the back side as well as the front. And we need a piece that measures 9.5 by 12. And then I have my inside liner piece that measures 10 by 6 3/4. Then I have 2 pieces of chipboard that measure 5 by 7. And then I have 50 sheets of text weight paper that measure 6 7/8 by 4 7/8. And this is basically 24-pound weight paper. All right, guys, so I'm going to take my chipboard and place it down on my paper. Just like that. Okay, so I am going to bring in my scoreboard, and I'm bringing it in now because I need to get a mark. My spine is going to be about 3/8 of an inch wide. So I've got my first board down, and I am basically just going to kind of eyeball where that is. So I know it's at about 5 1/2. So I am going to come over to 5 7/8 and make my mark for my second piece of paper to be placed down. So now I can put my scoreboard away because all I needed it for was to really get placement for where 3/8 of an inch was on this paper. So I'm going to place that down just like that. I'm going to come back with my finger blade and just remove some of my excess paper. And then I will also go ahead and just miter cut my ends. Okay, so then I'll come back and I'm simply going to fold my edges and I'll get them stuck down with my glue. And I'll do this on all 4 sides. So I'll do this first one with you guys and then I'll do the rest off camera. So I'm just adding glue to this panel here or tab here. And I'll take this and I'm going to fold it over just like that, and I'll come back with my bone folder and I'm going to get this nice and stuck and making sure that I get it stuck down to the spine. And you'll notice something different about this particular project. I did not use a chipboard spine, and that's very important if you want your book to be able to open flat and maybe bend backwards a little. You don't want to put chipboard in because it'll make it resist doing that. So I am going to do the rest of these edges and I'll be right back. All right, guys, so once we have our edges folded over, we need to take our spine and just fold it over onto itself so that we can get a nice, crisp little spine just like this. And now I need to come back and place some tape down. And I'll do that off camera. I'll place my tape and then I'll be right back. All right, guys, so now that we have our edges over, we've got the tape on our book, we're going to go ahead and put down our liner piece. And I am going to run glue on all 4 edges of this liner piece and then we'll place it down. Okay, so let's take our liner piece, get it placed down, centering it as best we can. I'll come back with my paper towel and I'm just going to smooth all of that glue down. I'm going to go between the spine so that I can get that tape stuck. And then I'll come back with my bone folder and I'm going to make sure I've got everything nice and stuck. And then when I have everything the way that I need for it to be, I am going to take this and set it to the side so that we can make our inside pages. And one thing that I would recommend is that if you're going to be making these journals, go ahead and make your pages up in the beginning, and that way when you finish making your book jackets, you won't have to worry about waiting on your glue to dry. So I have got my paper stacked like this, and if you have a book press, this part will be pretty simple for you. I don't have a book press, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some chipboard pieces and I am going to place one right there, and then I'll turn it over and I'll place the other one over here, and this is just so that I'll have something to press my clamps against. And then I'll come back and I'm just going to make sure that my papers are nice and straight just by looking at them and running my finger along the top. I want to make sure that everything is going to be nice and straight before I put the clips on and before I put the glue down. So I am going to take my hand and just straighten this out. Make sure my clips are in place and ready to go. And I'll bring in my clips, and what I'm doing is I'm going to place my clip so that it grabs this side as well as the other side, and I'll do that over here. So I am placing down 2 clips, and that's going to help keep this closed. Now, like I said, if you have a book press, this part is very simple, but this is not a very difficult process. This is going to stay nice and flat enough for me to do what it is I need to do. And then my secret to making these books is my reptile glue. When I put this glue down and I allow it to dry, it is not coming undone. So I'm going to show you guys how I actually do this in stages. So what I do is I take just a little glue, just like this. Hopefully you can see it. And I let it puddle. And then I kind of move it from end to end just to make sure that it's not going anywhere. And I work my way across the page in doing this. But one of the things that I also do is I'll come in with the clip and place a clip right there. And then I'll put some more glue down. And I'm sure out there someone is screaming, no, don't do that. But this works for me. And however you want to do it, as long as you get it to work for you, that's fine. There is no right or wrong way, however it works for you. So then I'll just keep clipping it so that I can hold this nice and tight. And I'll just keep adding my glue until I get to the end. And you want to make sure that you have everything covered. And then I'll take another clip and just place it there. And I'm going to let this dry for about 20 minutes and then I'll be back. All right, guys, so once our book, the glue is tacky enough that when you touch it, it kind of sticks to your fingers a little bit. That's when, for me, I am going to remove my clips. And then I'm simply going to take my stack of papers here, and this is going to break every rule of bookmaking, but it's how I do it and it works for me. So all I'm going to do is take this and place it directly into the spine. And you want to make sure that your glue is still quite tacky when you do this part of the process. Okay, so you're going to want to make sure that you are pressing it down in the spine very well. And this is the part where you're going to have a lot of patience because you're going to want to see how your beautiful book looks. But if you do anything to it at this point, your pages are just going to kind of come out. So what I do at this point is I am simply going to bring up my side just like this. Make sure that everything looks good like that. And then I'll come back with my bone folder and I'm just going to press my glue in just to make sure. You can see I've got a glob of glue right there. And I'll just come back and clean that up. It will not seep down into my pages. So then I can open this up just to make sure it's not sticking. And then I'll open up my back piece just to make sure that it's not sticking either. And when I know that it's not sticking, I will leave this to dry. And if you think that there might be a possibility of some sticking, you can take some wax paper and just place it down inside of your book until it dries completely. These 3 books need to dry overnight. And I want them to dry completely so that in the morning, when I open them up, this is how they're going to look. They're going to be as smooth and as sturdy and stable as this one. I'll be able to tug at my pages and nothing will come undone. If I tug at my pages right now, this book will come apart. So let's be patient. Let's give it time. And you can see my pages are in there nice and stuck. So all I need to do with this little cutie is just let it sit to dry. What I did to decorate the outside, I wanted to keep it very simple. I put a little chipboard sticker on here that says, "This is my happy place." And then I took 2 of these little pink gems and put it on both sides. And I think that just keeping it simple works with this gorgeous paper. I really don't want to take away from the beauty of this paper. So I am going to bring all of these books back in just so you can see how gorgeous they are. And you can see, guys, seriously, these are the books that you would see sold in the store for a whole lot of money. But with just some paper, chipboard, and reptile glue, that's all it took, was paper, chipboard, and reptile glue. We were able to make these gorgeous books. And I'll tell you something else. Once you start making these and your first one is a masterpiece, you are going to be addicted to making these, and you will realize there is no reason ever to buy another notebook in the store. As long as you have some paper and glue and hardboard, that's all you need to be able to make these wonderful, wonderful books. And this one says it all. Positive mind, positive vibes, positive life. So I hope that you have enjoyed this project. And if you have, please hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I would love to have you join my online crafting family. You guys have a great day. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.